what's up? This your boy Monty G from the Fammission Podcast. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get all access to motivated and inspiring videos on this Fammission Friday. Every Friday. Let's get to the podcast. Yo, what's up? Your boy Monty G here, right here at the Fammission Podcast. And today we got a super exclusive guest. So go ahead and show some love. Go ahead and share this video. And it's going down. Let me go ahead and bring him into the party so he can introduce himself. Carl, go ahead and tell the people what your name is, where you from, and what you do.
Well, my name is Elliot Collazo. I'm originally from the South Bronx. I moved out here 5 years ago to Florida. I'm a maintenance tech at a community at Cora, and that's it, man. You know, I wake up every morning, work hard, come home, you know, pay the bills, do what I got to do, you know.
Okay. So you wanted to get on the podcast, man. You want to tell your little story. Well, not say a little story, your big story. You know, tell me about the transition, man. We're gonna talk about some street stuff, man. Where we at with it? How you want to start?
Well, I was born and raised in the South Bronx. Born February 7, 1963. My mom gave birth to me in a hospital called Fordham Hospital. Ain't there no more. You know, they tore that hospital down. It was right next door to Fordham University, right up on Fordham Road. My pops, he worked hard, you know, try to get us what we need. And we ain't had a lot of money, but my pop did what he had to do. My mom did what she had to do. You know, it was just me and my sisters. And, you know, I was always taking care of my sisters and everything. But I felt like, I don't know, like, you know, it's my sisters. You couldn't play with my sisters, you know. Right. But I didn't have any brothers. So I took to the streets, and I grew up with a lot of good friends. You know, some of them are with us, some of them are not. And as you know, years went by, we got this little gang together. You know, it was called Savage Boys, and we had a lot of gangs in the South Bronx. It was like California. You know, every corner you had a gang. You know. That gang couldn't come into this corner. We couldn't go to their corner, you know. And if we did, you know, we had to flip our colors inside out to show respect. And we're gonna walk through that hood, you know. That was a sign of respect. And you know, we abide by that rule, and everything was good. But if you're just gonna walk through there flying your colors, which we call flying colors, then it's a problem, you know. Because the problem, we start fighting. And back in the day, it wasn't all about guns and stuff, you know. It was all about the hands. Yeah, it was all about the hands.
What year was this?
Yeah. 78. Oh, okay. 77, 76. Yeah, we were going way back. Let's say I went to junior high school. I had a lot of friends that, like I said, took to the streets at an early age. You know, a matter of fact, I was in IS-23. One of my friends, his name was Gregory Bonds. And Gregory Bonds was Nicky Bonds' nephew. I don't know if you heard of Nicky Bonds, but
Nicky Bonds.
He used to come to class all dressed up with these big 50-cent pieces, and he used to hit my man Reggie Sanders in the head with the pieces, you know, playing around. And Reggie Sanders used to say, "I'm keeping these shits," you know. And he said, "Keep them. I got more," you know. I guess he had it like that. But I grew up with a lot of guys, you know, and like one thing led to another. Like when we was in a gang, we looked up to guys like Nicky, you know, guys like Guy Fisher, you know, guys of that nature, you know, where they were in the hood, they were making that money, they riding around in fast, you know, good looking cars, you know, dressing nice, flashing that gold, flashing that money. So we were like, we want that. We look up to people like that, you know. And one thing led to another. We started doing a little some of the sides, selling, you know, joints, weed, back then they had trade bags, $3 bags, $5 bags, half an ounces, whatever. And it started with the weed, and then from there on, um, it escalated to more hard drugs. Started with the coke and the heroin, and now we're going into the '80s. The crack scene comes in effect. Crack come out of nowhere, and we trying to what's this shit that everybody wants to buy and be on. And so we started mixing in that, dipping and dabbing. I kept to the heroin.
Mm.
I know a lot of friends who kept with the crack, and they made a lot of money. I know a crew called Gold Top. They was out there, and they did their thing out there in Manhattan, in the Bronx, and they blew up too. A few of them passed away. Some of them stood around, and I just kept doing what I'm doing, and I broke one rule. One rule was don't get high on your own supply.
That's
You know,
right.
and I used to dip and dab, and I got caught out there. In the beginning, it was all fun and games, but then in the long run, it was all about getting straight and how to function.
Mm.
Because if I didn't have that fix, I wouldn't know how to function. It was like I couldn't you know control my body functions. I was nervous. I was withdrawn. It was just crazy.
Mm.
So it came to a point where I had to buy something, or because what I was selling, I was using it, and I didn't have none. And now the money that I was making in the beginning, nobody trusted me no more. You
Mm.
see what I'm saying? So, well, he's getting high. We can't give him nothing, to do whatever. So I did my own thing, and I went out there and started robbing them. You know, and they give me a package. Fuck it, I keep the package. You know, so and a lot of people wanted to put harm to me. And I had a brother-in-law who used to always you know try to help me, but like when you taking a lot of drugs, and you in that life, you're not listening to anything. You're not trying to rationally think things out.
Okay. I
Um,
got a couple questions for you, real quick. Then I got a couple questions for you. Um, how did you first started like doing drugs? I know how you start selling drugs. I know where you start hustling. But how
um,
did you start? Like, when was the first time? What was that like?
okay. Um, well, my girl, my
Mm.
son's mom, she got pregnant, and she moved to Puerto Rico. Well, her father didn't want me with her. They didn't want us together. So he took the whole family back to Puerto Rico. So we were still in contact, me and her. So I went to Puerto Rico, got her, brought her back here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so my father said, you're not going to school, you're having a kid, you're going to work. So he took me under the wing, took me to work, and tried to put a little responsibility, try to show me that now you're a man, you got to support that kid, you got to put the money away, do you got to do. That's what being a man is. And my father was a tough love guy. If I did something wrong, he was gonna smack me in the head, and he gonna let me know he smacked me in the head. And I
Mm-hmm.
used to hate my father for doing things like that, because he used to whip my ass. When I get out of line, he makes sure that I feel it, from getting out of line, so I don't have to get out of line next time. That I'll think twice about it. But I was a knucklehead. I was stubborn. I'll do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. He
Mm-hmm.
still whipped my ass. So I kind of hate my father for that in the beginning, but I kind of, understood that there was a method to his madness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I got a job at a dry cleaning store. A friend of mine took me over the dry cleaning job, and I was going to do, I was delivering clothes and whatnot, and I was getting jobs to certain other guys. Like they needed people to work for the dry cleaning store. So my boss said, "You know somebody?" I said, "Yeah." So I brought my man T. Man T, he used to dip and dab. I wasn't dipping and dabbing. I was just trying to get by, pay my bills, take care of my son, take care of me. Um, I seen him sniffing, so I told him, "What's that?" And he said, "That's dope." I said, "Let me get a hit." He said, "Nah, I'm not doing this. this ain't for you. You know what I mean? I don't want you to get hooked, and I don't want to be, accountable for that. So,
So why did you want to why did you want to hit though?
um, curious.
Oh,
Curiosity
okay.
killed the cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just asking because I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about the young ones. Like, I want you to tell them like if I'm trying to get to the point like what made you say, you know what, all this stuff is whack. Let me get my life together. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
that came down the road later on.
Okay.
Like I've been through all my life, man. Once I should have never did that, but I did that. He gave me a hit. I liked it. So I used to get him some. I said, yo, go get yourself a couple of bags and get me a couple of bags. And one thing led to other. One thing led to another where I got caught out there in the game. And now I'm paying the price. And the
Mhm.
price was big. So I lost everything, man, behind that. You know what I mean? I lost family. I lost friendship. I ended up going to jail. I did a lot of jail time, for the drugs, and every time that I went to jail, I ain't learned nothing. You know,
Mm.
I didn't utilize that time in jail to better myself, and I just came back to the street. Yo, where's that? I want to make that money. Started making the money. That money led me to getting high again. So every time I went to jail, it was like a revolving door. Like I'll just go in, come out, make that money, get high, go back, go in, come out, make that money, go back. And it was on and on. It was like that. Um, and then now, after like, we talking 30, 40 years, man, like, 45 years, I mean, I try to stop, I try to minimize my getting high by
Mhm.
substituting other drugs, to get off this drug, but I was doing it wrong because I'm
Mhm.
still doing the drug. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to stop a drug by doing a drug to make me stop. So I'm
Mhm.
minimizing things. So I started, drinking meth. I was on methadone program for 12 years, man. I drank the 150 milligrams of methadone for 12 years. I caught a Xanax habit behind that. So I was out there, and my mom got sick,
Mm.
you know, and she ended up in the hospital. And every day that she was in that hospital, I was by her side all the time, all the time. I broke night there. I waited till my sister came by so I can go home, take a shower, go back, you know. And as she got worse and worse, you know, I kept telling God that why are you taking her? I'm the one you should be taking. You know,
Mm.
I mean, I'm the one who did things that I ain't proud of today. I don't deserve to live no more.
Mm.
Take what she got, give it to me, and let her live and let me die. You know, and as I'm
Mhm.
saying is, I'm outside in front of it wasn't Bronx Lebanon Hospital. I forgot the name. St. Barnabas Hospital,
Mm.
right? I'm crossing the street. I see a bus coming, and I was gonna jump in front of the bus. You know, as I just stepped out of the sidewalk, stepped off the sidewalk, the bus is coming, but it's slowed down. And I'm saying to myself, why the fuck this bus is slowing down? You know, and he stopped, and he's pointing at me, and he's pointing at the light. So I'm looking at him, and I look at the light changed red. So it was green, but it went to red. So at that time, I don't know why I thought that, but I said to myself, all right. I looked up at the sky and I told God, all right, so I guess you must have a plan for me.
Mm.
Whatever the plan is, let me know because I'm confused right now. You know? So I went back upstairs, stood by my mom's side, and I stood there for a couple of days. Then it was on a Friday, I think it was Friday, June 15th. Um, she told me in Spanish, cambia hijo, change, my son. And that shit killed me, and I told her, I am, ma. I am. I will. I promise you, And since that day, I have not broken my promise to my mother. You know, that night I fell asleep with her holding her hand. Saturday I woke up and she passed away. You know, she passed away holding, clutching my hands, and I had to pry her fingers off my hands and put it under the sheets, kiss her on the head, cover the sheet, and said my last goodbye. And I walked out of that hospital, and I hooked up with some friends of mine, and they direct me to it was a rehabilitation center out in Jamaica. I think it was called it was on Jamaica, Queens. It was called Samaritan Village, and I went there, and they didn't want to give me a bed. You know, they didn't want to give me a bed because I told them that my mom just passed away. So all they kept saying is, "Go bury your mother, and then come see me." You know, I guess at that time I didn't understand, but I understand now because they didn't want me to get a bed and then leave the program. You know, so they wanted me to stay. So I don't know, maybe they saw something in me that I didn't see at the time. So I buried my mother. I enrolled in a rehab. I stood there, and I stood there for a year. And man, let me tell you something. Coming off them damn shits, them damn drugs coming out of my body was no joke. I didn't sleep for 18 days, man. You know, 18 days. I was just throwing up. I couldn't hold nothing down. But I fought it. I kicked it. The shakes, the sweat. My boys that were there, Rob Warren is a good guy, man. You know, you have Angel Gatto. He was a good guy too. You know, they used to bring me food, water, and I used to just like, like just pick at it, because I couldn't hold it down. So as I got stronger, Rob Erskine, who's the director to Samaritan Village, he used to tell me, man, what you gonna do with your time, while you here, I don't know. And then he said to me that always stood in my head. He said, don't let the program do you. You do the program. So I took heed to that, and I started listening. I started going to the meetings, and I started opening up my ears, and I started having an open mind, on what this addiction thing was about. Because in the beginning, I didn't know nothing about the shit. I didn't know I had a disease. When I say disease, I don't mean where it's contagious, where I touch you and you catch it. When I mean disease, it was a mind altering thing. It's a disease because as you do the drugs is changing the way your mind is thinking. It's taking control. It's changing your whole outlook in life. It's all about you getting up, getting high, who you gonna rob, where you gonna get that bag, and what you gonna do to get it. And that's all for years and years. So now, as you're in that program, I stopped getting high. That void that had, that you got rid of, you got an empty void. You got to fill it in with something positive. So that's what he tried to implement, in my recovery. He tried to tell me you got to fill that in with something positive, man. What you gonna do? You finish school, or you want to go get a job trade, something, And he hooked me up with the right people. He put me under the wing, so to speak, and he hooked me up with some people that saw something in me, because as I was getting better and my mind was clearing up of that cloud, that had me all messed up, that cloud was gone, and I was seeing everything more clearly now, And so I started taking my recovery seriously. I started going to the rooms, the NA rooms, AA rooms. I started getting a sponsor. I even went to therapy. Took therapy sessions, 1 hour a day, 1 hour every week. And I spoke about it. And he always told me it's good to speak about it. You got to speak about it. You can't hold everything inside, because that's what's going to kill you.
Yep.
You got to let go of that hate. You got to become humble with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. You can't think about your mom's right now. I know you made a promise to her, but if you want that promise to come through and keep that promise, you got to work on you, you know. And so I did that. I worked on me. I did what I had to do. I took my recovery seriously. I started speaking out to other guys that had problems. Like, you know, they used to come to me for some advice. I used to give them the advice. Listen, you should do this. You should do that. That's what worked for me. You know, I try not to preach to them. You know, I would try to tell them what would work for me, how I did it, keep it on me. You know what I mean? I didn't want to, you know, try to tell them what to do, or they might just get offended. And it's like, who the fuck is you? You know what I mean? I didn't want them to look at me that way. I wanted them to look at me that I was there too, and I did it. Same thing you did, I did. Now I'm doing something. Maybe you should start doing something too. Don't ever say that you can't when you could, because if you say you can't and you say maybe I could, you're only setting yourself up for failure, man. So I took it. You know, I went to recovery coach. I graduated. I got a job working as a drug counselor for an outpatient program called New York Services. This was 2012 that I was there, and I graduated out of that rehab 2013 with my recovery coach certificate. I was fresh out of the rehab. Rob Warren got me a job doing outreach work where I would have to go to the courts, Bronx Court, Bronx Criminal, Supreme Criminal, Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan. I would go to all these courts. I had a little office, and I would do intakes on guys who had drug charges, and they would give them a program, and so they'll send them to me. I work through the courts. The courts would send them to me, and I'll sit down, do a little intake on them, and, you know, find out, you know, what kind of charge they had, and if they had a misdemeanor, then they were good. They were eligible to get into my program, and I would give them, if they don't have no place to stay, I'll give them transitional housing, which is like a sober living housing. And that's how I was doing that for a year. I helped a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters, you know. It was a co-ed program, you know. So I helped women and, you know, men, and it was good. I loved it, man, because I was doing something. I was giving back, you know, like they gave it to me. Now I'm gonna give it to them.
That's what's up.
So I helped a lot of people. A lot of them died on me, man, because, you know, the government cut back on a lot of these programs, you know, and so I have so much to work with, and I try, especially the young crowd, you know, like 20, 19, you know, from 19 to 20, maybe 30 years old. They didn't want to deal with them because they felt like they were trouble because they was young. You know what I mean? So I try to say, yo, look, give him a shot. And there was this one kid that he was just 25 years old, and they didn't want to allow him into the program. And I fought for him to get into the program, got him in the program. Then when I tried to get him transitional housing, sober living place, they didn't want to deal with that, you know, that age, you know, him being at that age. And I said, why? You know, we had them, they're in trouble, you know, and listen, they do what they want. I said, listen, man, give him a shot, man. Give him a shot. You know, just call me and I'll talk to him. You know, they didn't give him a shot and he ended up dying on me, man. He went out, caught an OD and died, you know. So that shit killed me, you know. So, you know, so it was just bad, you know. But I still didn't give up. I still went out and tried. And one thing led to another. Everything was good. And the doctor who ran that program got caught out there, you know, selling pills under the table for cash. The feds came in, locked the place down, so I'm out of a job. But thank God, for the grace of God, that while I was locked up all those years, I used to take up welding, sheetrock, small engines, carpentry, bricklaying, the whole nine. But I never utilized it when I came home. I was always chasing that drug and want to make that fast money, you know? And so I went back to doing that. I told my boy, listen, I want to go back to helping you out, you know, at your building. So my man Fernando, his name is Fernando, I call him Fern. I hooked up with him, and we was running this building up in Brooklyn. And He came in as a superintendent. I was the handyman slash um, maintenance man, and so he decided to take a lot of contracts, and he said, "You want to make some money?" I said, "Yeah." So what I did was, and mind you, I'm going a little ahead of myself. Mind you, I'm gonna back it up because I was still going to school for my recovery certificate there, and my boss Izzy, a Jew man, and the Jewish man, and he was a good man. Everybody always say the Jews this, the Jews that, but this Jew man, he took care of me, man. He took care of brother. He seen you work, you honest, you don't lie to him, you keep it real, he'll take care of you, So he said, yeah, go to school, but I need you to put in the hours. So I used to go to school from 9 to 3, go back to the job, punch in at 4:30, 5 o'clock, stay there 8 hours, man. End up taking the freaking F train all the way to home, man, all night, And I used to kill myself, but this is how much I wanted it, This is how much I wanted to stay clean. You know what I mean? But I started making money there, and I didn't have no certificates or nothing like that. But I kept in contact with people that were still in the field as far as drug counselors, sponsors. And so what I did, I made a group called Keep the Focus on Facebook where people can reach out to me when they want to speak about something and they need help, And so that's how I kept going. And then I used to write a lot about the recovery process, the addiction process, how it deals with the mind, your body, and how to take it one step at a time, and how to use NA and to better yourself in life, how to use the 12 steps to put you back in track with yourself, as far as living life on life terms, so I posted all this and they read it and that's how I was doing. And I'm still doing it today. People still calling me, and then, hey, I got this guy that he needs help. And I tell him, well, what kind of medical coverage does he have? And then I call my up people and say, listen, he got this kind of medical coverage. And then my people would tell him, meet me at this place at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'll pick him up on the wagon. And they got a bus and pick him up, take him to rehab. And then they'll call me and, and I feel good about doing that because, like I said, I've been there. I know how it is, man. It's rough, man. It's rough. Right now, back in them days, drugs were drugs, real drugs. Now you ain't got that today. Drugs ain't real drugs. You got fentanyls killing people. You got all this shit they put in there, and people don't know what they put in their body, and 1 minute you talking to them, next day they dead, they don't know what they taking, and this fentanyl is killing everybody, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, so if somebody is trying to get some help, how can they get in touch with you? If they like, I like what you're saying, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can call me on my email. They can write me on my email, Collazo, Collazo, Elliot Elliot number 8 at gmail.com. They can get in contact with that, and I can kick it to them if they need some information on how to get professional help and, not using substance abuse, mind-altering substance, that whatever kind of substance they have, whether it's pills, because there's a lot of pain medications that's catching up too. You got people who got chronic pain and they go see the doctor and the doctor don't care about what kind of pain. All he cares about is getting paid, and he gives out all these damn Oxycontins and Xanax and all these pills, and my man gets hooked up on them because the doctor's not monitoring it. So, when he runs out of it, the doctor ain't giving him no more. You know what I mean? So he's got to go turn to the heroin in the street, and that shit ain't heroin no more. It's fentanyl, right. And people are dying off that shit. So they can contact me, and I can give them some information, hook them up with the right people so they can get the right help, And
right. That's what's up. Well, we got it down at the bottom. You can see it at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
It's small, but
Yeah, okay, man. I appreciate you, man. I wish there was more people out here. I'm quite sure it is, but they ain't got to that path yet. But man, I appreciate everything you did for the people, man. I appreciate your story. Right now, we finna get into these random questions. So I'll be right back. All right, man. I got a couple questions for you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it short because I got a gang of them. So, and then I got another episode. So when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do or think about?
The first thing I wake up in the morning, man, I thank God that I woke up that morning,
Okay.
and that I'm clean and sober, man.
Hey, praise God. Praise God. Okay. Do you sleep with the TV on or the TV off?
I sleep with the TV on, man. I start watching the movie, but then the movie starts watching me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then I got to get up and turn that shit off, man. And then the next day I got to go back, and like, oh shit, man, which part, what I left off of,
Okay. Okay. What bills do you hate paying?
Oh shit. Actually, bills, period, man. Yeah, I don't. I pay so many bills, man. You don't know, but I really don't. Like that question is to me like I don't mind paying bills, man, because there was a day that I wasn't paying nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I ain't have
on the
to.
real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
today, I thank God I'm paying bills. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. What's the worst toppings on pizza?
What's the worst topping on pizza?
Yeah, the worst.
Freaking pineapple and pickles.
No, pineapple and pickles. Okay,
I know somebody
okay.
put pineapple and pickles. I said, "Come on, man, you killing me, man."
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hit you with this question because if you had a 30-minute interview and the interview is with God and you get to ask him one question, what would the question be?
I wouldn't even need 30 minutes, man. The only thing I would ask him, man, first of all, I asked him, man, to forgive me for my sins. And second, I asked him to let me see my mother, man, one more time, man.
Hmm.
One more time. Just one day with my mother so she can see that I kept a promise, man,
Hmm.
And I don't want no money. I don't want nothing. Nothing. I just want to see my mother one time, and so that I can tell her and tell her I love her, I miss her, and that I'm still keeping a promise to the day I die, man.
Hmm. Yeah, that's real. And yeah, she looking down on you, and she know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's deep. All right. Let me see. What's your favorite family TV show? What was your favorite family TV show? Like a family TV show?
Well, I don't think we ever had them, man. My moms used to watch these Spanish novelas, soap operas,
Yeah.
and she used to watch them all day long. It got to one point that
You start
I started
watching.
sitting. Yeah, I started saying, "Yo, mom, what happened with this guy?" Like I never watched. I never. Yo, I like yo, and she used to tell me, like, really, oh shit, and I'm sitting there watching the goddamn novella with him. It was just crazy, man.
Okay. Yeah. Hey man, do you think prison hurted you or helped you?
You know what? It didn't hurt. I think it helped me, man. In a way of having a little more respect, you know, Because when you're in jail, man, there's no reaching over nobody's food. There's no disrespecting nobody unless you're a retard. You know what I mean? You learn how to
Respect boundaries.
exactly. Good. That's exactly it. You learn how to respect boundaries. You know who told not to step on. You know what I mean? And you learn how to put some type of discipline in yourself. You know, you wake up, you know you got to do your bed. You know what I'm saying? You go eat your breakfast. You go out, do a little workout in the gym. You go to your school. You know, and that nature. So it helps you build some type of structure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you take that what you learn in there and take it to the street, you're a monster, bro. Because
Hey,
now you think it differently. You know what I mean? But you got some people that don't. You know what? Real quick, when I was locked up in Greenhaven, I used to know this old man that was locked up since 1960s, bro.
mm,
Right? And he used to sit there and play chess. And he's always killing it with the chess, man. He's like, boom, 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 bat, boom, boom, bat, bat. He just one move, one, two moves, and checkmate, checkmate. And I used to watch him. And couple of days went by and I keep watching because I want to play chess. And he told me nobody wanted to play him no more because he was beating everybody. He told me, yo, he used to call me, yo, young buck. He said, yo, young buck, want to play? And in jail, you know, you got that jail mentality. Nah, I'm good. Because, like, you think they either going to, you know, try something or, you know, nothing is for free
yeah,
in jail. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So you got to always keep the guards up.
Keep the
So I said,
guards up.
nah. Yeah, so I'm saying, nah, I'm good, man. He said, nah, man, I ain't gonna kill you, man. Sit down. So I sat down and he started showing me how to play chess. So I started playing chess with him. But as I'm playing chess with him, he's telling me, so what you in for? I tell him drugs. And he says, so what you gonna do with your time? And I'm telling him, do my time, go home. And I say, that's it? And he said, yeah. And he said, look around you, man. I said, yeah. So what you see? I said, inmates, prisoners. I said, nah, man. You see nothing but brothers, blacks, and Latinos in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We all locked up. We ain't doing nothing with ourselves, bro. Half of motherfuckers are all up in here. You know what I mean? So what you gonna do with your time? He told me. So I'm
Mm.
like, I don't know. I said, what I'm trying. So I told him, yo, elaborate a little more. I understand you. And he said, look, the GED here is free. The college is free. The job trades are free. Everything is free here. Take advantage of this shit. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Take advantage of this shit and take it with you home and do what you got to do with it. Make some money. Get a bank account. Get yourself together, man. Because everybody is doing the same shit over and over, expecting different results. It's like an insanity thing, man. It's like they used to tell me, you're doing it over and over again, expecting different results. That's the insanity of the
That's
whole shit.
insanity.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. So do something different this time. You know that shit ain't gonna work what you did before. So do it this way. So I took heed to that, man. And when I came home, it's exactly what I did, man. You know?
That's what's
That's
up.
exactly
That's
what I
what's up.
did, man.
They say prison is like your stepfather.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
I used to always say it's my home away from home.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah. I mean, we say it's your stepfather because it'll get you in shape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a man supposed to tell us. So, but it's the system though. The system put us in shape. Hey, so I got
Yeah.
another question, man. Do you like texting, talking, or FaceTime?
I rather well, it depends on what we're talking about. I don't like to FaceTime a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say
I'd rather call the person
you
up.
gotta say talking. You gotta say talking.
Yeah, I'd rather, call them up. Yo, what's going on? Because that texting, man, it reminds me of the girl Nancy that works with us, man. Yo, you ever see her type? Oh my God, man. Yeah, she
On
be
the real.
typing. I'm like, yo, what are you? Did you even finish that? Like, shit. You could be in the Guinness Book of Records, man, with
Mm-hmm.
that typing skills.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, I'd rather be talking.
One of our audience members agrees. Oh, they agree. Yeah, he said
What
talk.
happened?
Yeah. Oh, they
Yeah,
said when the
talk.
audience does, they agree. All right. Let me see. Let me get a good question for you. All right. Yeah, you said you been in the gym. Let me get zoom me off a little bit. Hey, if you can talk to your 16-year-old self at the age you're at right now, what would you tell them? You talking to your 16-year-old self at the age you're at right now, what would you tell them?
Listen to your mother and your father, man.
Mm,
You know, just listen to your pops. There's a lot of people that don't listen to their parents, and their parents try their best to do what they can with them, but they don't listen. You know, they listen. They rather listen to somebody outside than somebody who brought them up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I didn't listen to them, man, and I went the wrong road. You know what I mean? It took me a lot to get back, on track because I didn't listen to my parents.
Yeah, on the real. So on that note, since you know kids listen to other people, what kind of advice would you have to the young youth that's out here listening?
I said, be yourself, man. Don't try to be like no one else, you know, and stay away from those that don't understand you. Don't understand you. You know, keep it real. Be honest with yourself. You know, um, because there's a lot of people, a lot of kids today that try to be someone else, and they never try to be themselves. You know, all this rap music and all these videos and these songs, the way they kicking it. Back in them days when they had rap music, they talked about something.
They were telling stories.
Exactly, they talk about something positive. Now they talk about butts, ass, guns, and shit. And they listen to that, and they
Hmm.
think it's all about that. It ain't about that, man. It's not
That's right.
about that, man. And it's sad. It's sad. It's true. It's sad, but true. But don't get me wrong. You got a lot of young cats out there that are doing things, man. And
Mhm.
God bless them. And those that are still in the struggle, don't give up. Have the faith. Keep the faith, man.
Okay. Another question. What is something in your life you still can't believe happened?
That I got clean, man, and I ain't got to
Mm,
go back to jail.
mm,
You know,
mm.
that I can come home to my house, my car. I can make decent living, pay my bills. Kiss my wife good night or good morning. Play
Mm.
with my dog, do something constructive and positive. I ain't got to be watching over my back. Who's gonna shoot me or who's gonna stab me? And yeah, man, I'm doing something today. You know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what was your favorite childhood game? Like a game y'all used to play?
Oh my God. Childhood, we used to play Skelsies, man.
Skelsies?
Yeah, you never do the ones that?
No, what's
Skelsies,
that?
little tops. We get these tops, we put clay in it, right? You got the box. It looks like it's a Skelsy board. We put numbers 1, 2, 3 on the board and we play. It's like tops. You got to hit
Yeah.
his top. It was Skelsy. We used to make all these big tops and we used to play. It was crazy game. We
Okay.
used to play that a lot, man, in the street, man. It was called Skelsy. Yeah, we used to play a lot, man.
Mm-hmm. Let me
I mean, we
see.
play other games, but that's one game we used to go out our way and play.
Mm. Hey, would you rather have a lot of money or be happy with yourself?
I'd rather be happy with myself, man. Because once you're happy with yourself, positive things happens where you can make that money. Because you can always make that money if you do the right thing. You know,
Okay. If the answer was always yes, what would you ask for?
That's a good one. That's a good one, man. That's a hard one. The answer was always just what I asked for. A raise.
A race. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Hey, but you know you're gonna get. Yeah, that's right. Get a
Yeah,
raise.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
what is the nickname your parents gave you? Not no street name. The nickname your parents gave you.
Cabecirudo.
Oh, what that
That
mean?
means hard-headed.
Hard headed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I thought mine was always mother, so I thought that was my name for a long time. Yeah. Let me see. Let me get you a good one, man, because you was gone for a minute. Well, you got a question? We got a question out there? Go ahead. What's the question?
It says Fernando wants to know, what do you want, Elliot?
Fernando. I don't see it. Fernando want to know what you want, Elliot.
What I want?
Yeah.
That's the question. What I want?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did have some questions on here. I seen one question that said something about speeding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it said, tell me about some speeding. I don't know.
$10 for speeding.
No, you said,
Who wrote?
he said something about a speeding. Who was that? It was something black. So I guess it was Ninja Black. So I guess that was Jason.
Jason's crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? He said something about some speeding. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's on speeding on the golf cart.
Maybe that, because I caught like 3 speeding tickets, man.
Oh, you caught 3 speeding tickets on the
3 speeding tickets, man. Yeah, man. You know how many times I had to go online and take this freaking test? I beat him, man. I mean, I paid him. I'm good now, but yeah, I'll be speeding a lot, man. I gotta chill out. My man Fernando said, "What do I want?" That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, what I want is to just keep it clean, man. Keep doing what I'm doing. You know, that's what I want.
He said in 1 month, 3 tickets in 1 month.
3 tickets in 1 month?
Yeah,
Damn.
3 tickets.
Where was you going?
Well, it happened in 2 months, really. You know.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, here go one for you, man. In high school, who was your favorite teacher? Or who was your favorite teacher in school? And they got to
Mr. Portnoy, Marvin Portnoy. This teacher, he was like no other teacher, man. This teacher will whip your ass if you get out of line. I ain't lying, man. What? Yo, this teacher, I seen this teacher grab this kid and hang him up on the blackboard. Yo, I swear to God, he was hung up on the blackboard like this. Something caught him on the back. He was hanged up. And he said, "You want to be like this, scumbag?" Yo, this teacher was no joke. Yo, he used to take all the troublemakers, all the guys that were in gangs and troublemakers, and he used to put them in his class. And when we had beef, he used to put boxing gloves on us, and we just moved all the tables and have them throw boxes, be boxing each other's out, man. Yo, and as we got older, you know, he always like try to teach us to learn, to read, to write, to the math. He tried to teach us, he tried to give us all this education, you know, all this knowledge so that we can better ourselves as we go. But if you get out of line, if your father ain't whipping your ass, he'll whip your ass. He was no joke. Marvin Portnoy. He even took us to his house one time, right? There was 6 of us. He took to his house out in New Jersey. And he had a big house, beautiful house. And he put us all to work around his house. Cut the grass, paint this, fix that. And then at the end of the day, he paid us. So he was showing us what it is to work and earn that money, you know? And then he take us back home. You know, he was a good teacher, man. Marvin Porter. That's the only teacher that I had that kept it real with us, you know.
All right. Well, who taught you how to drive?
Oh, when we was in the Savage Boys, my man Red.
That's why you got them tickets.
Yeah, my man Red taught me how to drive. You know, he taught my sister how to drive too. He taught me how to drive, and and I remember one time I was driving, and he had a nice Malibu, convertible Malibu, nice. And I'm driving from Bronx to Brooklyn to Avenue T in Brooklyn. We went to the bank to get some money, and on my way back, it started hailing. And I told him, yo, drive. He goes, nah, Gay, you got it. I'm driving on the FDR Drive. I'm flying through that shit. My man, that shit started going sideways, and then it started spinning, you know? And I hit the rail, and it spin me around, and I end up, my car was like sideways, and all I saw was all these other cars coming at us. And me and my man, we just backed up and said, ah, but no cars hit us. When I looked, all the cars just slowed down. So we jumped out of the car. We pushed it over to the side. I destroyed his Malibu, bro. Destroyed that shit. I remember that day. And he was like, huh? And he was like, don't worry about it, man. Let's just get the car back to the block. We got it back to the block. But my man Red, man, he was our president of the gang. He was president of the Savage Boys, Red. Yeah.
Shout out to the Savage Boys, okay? Hey, so do you want to send a shout out to anybody on the Fammission Podcast or anybody out in the world, man? You want to send a shout out?
My family out in the Bronx, my nephews, my sisters, God bless them. Everybody that's watching now, I want to thank everybody for watching and commenting, and I want to thank you for having me on the show too, man, because like I always wanted to do this, I just didn't know how to go about it, and so this here is gonna help others, try to do what they have to do to get out, out of the hood and do the right thing and get that mentality, of street thinking, into a different type of way of living, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with using that hood mentality, legally. You know what I mean? Like I still hustle, man. You know what I mean? But I do it legal today. I ain't going out there selling a dime bag. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what keeps me going.
Yeah. So if somebody that's just down and out, did I ever ask you that? Like, man, what kind of advice would you give, or where would you point a person that's like, man, I don't know where to go. I need help. I know I need help, but I don't know where to go. I don't know the first step. What's the first step you're telling them to take?
Well, I say make a meeting, man. Go make a meeting. Go to NA, make a meeting. Just walk in there, because they had 24-hour meetings out there, man. And just walk into that room and grab the first dude you see, and tell them, I need help. You know what I mean? And they'll lead you into some people, and they'll talk to you, and they'll understand where you're coming from. Like NA and NA rules, man. You'd be surprised who's in there that knows somebody that knows somebody. Because that's how I got plugged in. I met a lot of good friends from there. And they plugged me into the right people. I had 2 sponsors, man, when I was in NA. Because I wanted it that bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing I do, man. They getting high, and they don't know where to go. They got to learn how to talk about it. They got to pick up that phone or walk into the room, man. And going into a church, it's going to change your mind to do something. Walk into the church, grab a priest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You got to show how bad you want it, man. Don't just give up and take the easy way out. Like harming yourself, man. Because You
Because
know,
if you want to do, if you want something different, you got to do something different. You know, I'm gonna ask you this one. From the AA meeting, what have you learned from there? I went to an AA meeting before because I just wanted to go, you know, and I would listen to people's stories. And this one guy said, I thank God I woke up and I didn't come to, and I thank God I went to sleep and I didn't pass out. And I was like, damn, what you mean? And he like, yeah, because usually I just pass out and I just come to and I don't even know where I'm at. But I know when I wake up, I stretch and I say, damn, I never thought about that. So what is something
yeah, man.
that you heard in the meeting? You was like, whoa, that was deep. Like from another person's story.
I heard so many, man, so many slogans. Um, I looked at one that the guy used to always tell me, uh, "Fake it till you make it." You know,
Hmm.
meaning like just keep coming, keep coming. Like you got some people that go there for the donuts and the coffee, and don't take it seriously. But as they keep coming back, they keep coming back.
Mm.
They'll hear something
That's gonna make them yes.
that's gonna
Yes.
make them change. They're gonna say shit, you know, like. And now they're doing it because they want to learn, they want to know, and some of them are afraid to trust other people because um they've been doing shit on their own so much that um they're afraid to open up, you know,
Yeah.
and so
And
they don't
then
want to hear it.
yeah, and then sometimes people try to open up before and they got shut down. So they're like, you know what? Don't nobody care. Why should I care? You know what I'm saying?
They've been telling them, yo, all their life they've been hearing you ain't gonna amount to shit.
You
They
see what I'm
start
saying?
believing that. They start
Yeah.
believing that, you know. But that's not true, you know, because you have that choice whether to be somebody or not. You know, like today
Mhm.
I had that choice. You know, I got the choice to do whatever I want. You know, but picking up that drug, some people it was because they've been through some traumatic event, whether it's abuse, sexually abuse, uh, verbal abuse, mentally abused. You know, they had a dysfunctional family, or they were just curious like me. So everybody's addiction is different. You know,
Mhm.
so this is why you got to try to be open minded, and you got to find out what works for you. You know,
Mm.
because everybody's recovery is different. What worked
Mm.
for me might not work for him. You know,
Mm.
what worked for him might not work for him. That's why you got to be open minded to a lot of things, and you got to think about how you want it to work for you, so that way you can better yourself in life and be more productive in society, man. Because you know, statistically, everybody's in jail. There's about that
Mm.
percentage that'll make it. You know,
Mhm.
that'll make it. You know, but we can change that and make it a big percentage. You know, statistically. You know, but
Yeah.
it's up to the individual, man. It's up to them. They got to make up their mind. You can't force nobody to stop getting high if they don't want to get high. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's right. Hey
Or
man, I
change their
gotta
life.
that's right. I mean, unless you want to change, man. So real quick, man, I want to run through these pictures. I got some pictures, man,
Okay.
and I forgot all about them, man. So I want to run these pictures real quick. So I'm gonna put these pictures up and tell me the first thing that come to your mind. You ready?
Yeah, yeah. Damn, that's the project right there. Pat, you know, yeah, man. Patterson Projects, the hood, man. That's where I was born and raised, man. Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's where it all
Okay.
started with me with the Savage Boys, man. We used to
Okay.
protect them, man. We used to protect that block for real.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Wow, that's the day my life changed, man. That was my first wedding. I never got married before, you know. And that woman right there, she been through thick and thin with me, man. You know, she held me down when I was locked up, when I was out there bugging. She stood by me, man. Yeah, man. She stood by me, and I married her. And we're here now, you know.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. How long y'all been married?
I got married in 2018, but I knew her. I met her when I was 26 years old, and she was 36.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just
Yeah.
came out freshly out the jail, bro. I just came home.
Okay. A new beginning. New beginning. I like that.
Yeah,
What
man.
about,
Yeah.
what about that picture?
Damn, that looked like a sign from St. Mary's Park.
Yeah.
I know it's a park. It looked like St. Mary's Park. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. What about this one?
Wow. That's from the Savage Boy, Weasel. My man Weasel, man. He got shot, man, and he died, and we buried him with the colors. God
Okay.
bless him, man. He died in December too. Christmas, crazy. It was crazy, man.
Mm. Rest in peace, man. Let's see.
Yeah,
What about that
that's
one?
my father. Yeah, that's my father holding me.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me when I was a kid. That's my father holding me.
Okay. 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 All right. What about this picture?
That's my parents. That's my father and my mother, man. God bless them.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Let me see. Throwing this. What's this? What is that?
The hell is that? That's a grocery store, but I don't know where's that. Where you get that picture from?
Oh, okay. That's my.
Oh
That's
wait, that looks like Blockbuster, man. What's that there? Is that a Blockbuster sign?
No, that's the Western beef.
that's the Western.
Western beef.
West,
Western.
where in the Bronx?
Yep.
Yep.
On 100? That's the same Western beef. That Western beef on the corner. That school. There's a school there. IS 183. That's what I used to go to school at. IS 183 is right connected to that, and right across the street from Western Beef, right? It's Patterson Projects.
Yep.
Yep. That's it. Yeah. See.
Wow,
You know I had
that was the hood right there, kid. Woo! For real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that right there is my mentor, man. That's my mentor, Rob Erskine, director to Samaritan Village, man. He gave me all the tools, everything I needed to know, and how to get out of all that shit that I was in, man. You know,
Mm.
he put me under the wing. He showed me everything, man.
Yeah. Hashtag Bronx in the building. Okay. What's up with that one?
Wow, look at that. Now, half of those guys, they're Savage Boys, right? You got Danny, Chino, wow, Monk. That's my father. God bless him. Let him rest in peace. That's my father. He got to see me get married. You know, my brother-in-law is in there. My wife's son, and all the other guys. The guy with the black hat, the guy with this that's doing the peace sign, Chino. Yeah, these are all guys that they're all in the gangs, man, and fortunately they made it out, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's
I
up.
invited them all. I invited all of them to my wedding. They all came, you know.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Oh,
That
look like.
that
It
right
look like
there.
y'all look like y'all was on the yard, man. Where y'all was at?
Yeah, we was outside in the yard. That's me over there, man. He like young buck. Damn, I got a lot of hair in my head. Yeah, that's my man. Yo, some of those guys, they were Muslims, and you had Muslim gangs, and then you had Latin Kings, Yetas, and stuff like that. You know,
Okay. Where
and
y'all was locked up at?
that's Rikers Island.
Okay.
That's in the 6th building in Rikers Island.
Okay. 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 Let me see. I got another for you.
I was the only Spanish in the basketball team. I used to play a lot of basketball. I was in DeWitt Clinton High School, and I used to play a lot of basketball. And I decided to try to round up a couple of guys in jail to play the COs, the correctional officers. So what happened was we was winning, and if you see me in the middle, I'm holding a cane. One of the I went up for a layup because I kept getting that jump shot, and he hit me, and I hit the pole, messed up my leg. One of the correctional officers, he's playing dirty, and that's why I had that cane.
Let me see. What's this?
Wow, we going back to elementary school on that. I had that John Travolta look. That's my man name. My man name. Me and him, forget about it, man. They thought we was brothers because we was best friends. We was inseparable. We used to do everything together, man. I remember that shit was crazy that day. In that class, Miss Marvin Portner, that teacher I was talking about, that's the day we graduated from his class.
Okay.
He made us go get a suit and whatnot. I'm like, God damn it.
Hey, that was a nice picture, man. Last picture for you. Let me see.
And that was a reunion. That's Red. My man with the do-rag. That's Red, Danny, Chino, Peachy. I threw a barbecue in Pelham Bay Park. And I got all the guys to come out together and show the colors like the old timers get together, and they all came out.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm gonna throw them pictures out there, man. We already chopped it up for about an hour, man. You had a nice story. I liked it, man. And we don't know from hindsight. We don't know that all the things that we go through in life, like when we went to jail, and the dude was telling you about all the free stuff you can do, and fast forward, it's better in our life today. And at the time we don't know this. So for these young kids, man, don't try to be easy all the way, because everything you do is easy. It's gonna make your life hard, and the hard stuff gonna make your life easy, man. So go ahead and get the hard stuff out the way. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I work hard, and I got a routine. I get up at 5 in the morning. I get ready. I walk my dog. I go to work. I'm there early, and I try to involve myself in work. And it's just me. I have to stay busy. I don't know why, but it's just the way I am. And I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to do is, I know the time that I lost, I would never get back. But I'm just making time up. You know what I mean? I'm making up for that time that I lost. So I work hard, and I try to do the best I can to my ability. And and if some people don't understand that, then I'm sorry, but it's not for them to understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's for me.
It's not for them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not for them. So I already know, man, I ain't gonna hold you hostage. I know your wife came in the room a couple of times, man. We've been on the podcast for an hour. So anybody else you want to send a shout out you might have forgot before we leave about here?
Well, I want to say one thing, man. When I came out here, nobody never gave me a shot. I was working through a temp agency, for a while. And when I landed in Concourse, that's when I met Raul, Roger, Ralphie, Lonnie, let him rest in peace. That man showed me everything I need to know about appliances. He passed away. You had John. We had a good crew, Frank, and Ralphie. They gave me the opportunity, to work, and I got all my certifications. So I just want to thank that crew, that gave me that opportunity, so that I can get my certificates and work my way down the line. Because, like I said, nobody wanted to give me a chance, and they did, and they took that chance, with me. They even bought out my contract from the agency, They paid, they bought that contract on, and I worked for them. And I always told Ralph, man, listen, man, he gave me the opportunity. I'm a man of loyalty. You know, I'm honest, and I'm gonna stay here, man. And I never went. I stood there with him. As a matter of fact, they all left me. I was the
No.
only one there. I swear to God. He retired. Raul left. Roger left. Frank, everybody left. I was the last of the Mohegans. But Raul came back and said, yo, they're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill you. Come over here. You know, and I took heed to that and I came and now I'm with him working. So I just want to thank him and everybody that gave me the shot, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Question.
He got a question. What's that? Raul got a question. What'd he say?
Ask him who's his favorite boss.
Who your favorite boss?
I don't know. This Raul guy, man, I'm thinking about him though. I don't know about him, man. But Christie's my favorite boss.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry, Raul.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, yeah, man, I love it, man. I appreciate you coming on for this hour of power, man. You enjoy the rest of your night, man. You go ahead and kick your feet up, watch your TV until the TV start watching you. And,
Yeah.
And I see you later, bro.
All right, peace, man. Thank you again, man. God bless.
All right, peace. And what did he say? What Robert
He
say?
said, what? Bro, I spent 1 hour of my life for this.
He say he spent
That's
1 hour of his life in this.
Yo, you smell that?
What's that?
You don't smell that? It's that bullshit.
Oh man! So yeah, we're gonna have to get Robert on the podcast, man. So we gonna
All right.
Who is his favorite boss? You know,
Yeah, right. I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah. All right, man. Enjoy the rest of the night, bro.
All right, you too, man. Thanks again.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Yo, what's up? This your boy Monty G from the Fammission Podcast, and we just had a special guest. And if y'all missed it, y'all came in late, man. Y'all can go back to it. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss another one. Who we got next week? We got somebody next week?
We have Alicia next week.
We got Alicia next week, and we will be talking about mental health. So, man, check in next week. Yes, sir. We out. Peace. Love y'all.
We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission.